Good afternoon. Welcome to Africa Today. I am Wisdom Onyisi. First, the headline. President Tinubu backs two-state solution in Gaza, demands end to Israeli aggression. Campaigning heats up in Senegal ahead of snap legislative elections. Opposition leader leads poll in Ghana's presidential race. And on sport, on AFCON 2025, Nigerian Super Eagles 1 point away to secure ticket. Now the news in details. President Bola Tinubu on Monday in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, called for an end to Israeli aggression in Gaza. Tinubu warned that empty condemnation are not enough to end the conflict in Palestine, which he said has persisted for too far. Tinubu made the argument at the extraordinary Arab-Islamic summit convened to address the current situation in the Middle East. President Tinubu expressed deep concern over the humanitarian conditions in Gaza. The one-day summit was a follow-up to the Riyadh summit of 2023 and was attended by heads of state and government from the Organization of Islamic Cooperation and the League of Arab States. Special advisor to the president on information and strategy, Bayo Nanuga, reviewed Tinubu's statement in a release signed on Monday titled at Saudi Summit. President Tinubu demands an end to Israeli aggression in Gaza, calls for realization of the two-state solution. Away from that, the outgoing governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, in the exercise of his prerogative of mercy, has granted pardons to 10 inmates with less than 1 year to serve their terms in the correctional center in the state. The chairman of the Edo State Advisory Council on the Prerogative Mercy, Justice P.O. Isibo, disclosed this on Monday in Benin City. Justice Isibo said following the ending of the governor's tenure, the council received a letter from the Benin Correctional Service requesting clemency for the inmates having less than 1 year to serve. Abia State government says it is now an offense for parents in the state not to send their children and wards to school starting from January 1st, 2025. The Commissioner for Information, Oke Kano, disclosed this at the Government House, Umuahia, on Monday, while briefing newsmen on the outcome of this week's State Executive Council meeting presided over by Governor Alex Oti. Kano, who said the decision was part of the ongoing reforms in the educational sector of the state, stated that the issue of poverty is no longer a reason for non-acquisition of free and basic education in Abia State. He stressed the need for parents to take advantage of the tuition fee policy in the state to send their children and wards to school, warning that defaulting parents would be prosecuted in line with the Abia State Child Law 2006. Now I will return news from other parts of Africa. Stay with us.
This is Hillstv. Quality broadcasting is what we'll bring to you. Now we be this
Hillstv, Poker.
Welcome back. Now news from other parts of West Africa. With less than a week to go before Senegal's snap legislative election, the opposition and the government are battling for control of the capital, Dakar. Activists from the opposition coalition are conversing door to door across the city, while government supporters are offered gotcha. Both sides say they are confident of victory. However, supporters of President Bassirou Diomaye Faye, the ruling Pastef party, are equally certain. Faye came to power in its landslide victory in April, promising to crack down on corruption and improve livelihoods. Away from that, the latest poll published in Ghana on Monday showed former President and leader John Dramani Mahama leading the race to win December presidential election. The National Democratic Congress candidate main rival is current Vice President Mohamudu Buomea from ruling New Patriotic Party. A total of 13 candidates are vying to replace outgoing President Nana Akufo-Addo, who is stepping down in January after serving the maximum 2 terms in office. As the country crisis, both Mahama and Buomea are focusing their campaigns on promises of economic recovery and improving people's livelihood. We move to other parts of Africa after this break. Please stay with us. Golam was poised to win the vote on the Indian Ocean archipelago of about 1.3 million people. With a cost of living crisis upmost in voters' mind, Golam's alliance had said it planned to increase pensions as well as introduce free transport services and reduce fuel prices. Jongnong had promised to raise minimum wages, increase pensions, and reduce value-added tax on some goods. He also negotiated an October agreement for Britain to cede retaining the US-UK Diego Garcia Air Base. Up next is business. Please stay with us.
This is Hillstv. Quality broadcasting is what we'll bring to you. Now we be this
Hillstv, Poker.
Welcome back. Now to business news. The Tanzania High Commission in Nigeria has stated his country is dedicated to strengthen trade and bilateral ties with Nigeria and other West African nations following the recently held Lagos International Trade Fair. In a statement, the acting High Commissioner of the United Republic of Tanzania to Nigeria, Judicial Nagua, said Tanzania's participation in the trade fair, which was concluded on November 10th at Tafawa Balewa Square, Lagos, underscores its diplomacy. Nagual was represented by Economic Affairs Officer Edna Sylvester, who emphasized the High Commission's active role in promoting Tanzania's economic interest across the continent. Still on business news, Kenya's Equitel on Tuesday reported pre-tax profit of 51.0 billion Kenyan shillings, that is 397 million US dollars for the first 9 months of 2024, up from 45.9 billion shillings in the same period a year earlier. Equity Group is Kenya's largest lender by customers and also operates in Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, South Sudan, and Democratic Republic of Congo. Equity said its net interest income rose to 80.59 billion shillings from 72.6 billion shillings in the year-ago period. Now, still to come is sport. Stay with us.
This is Hillstv.
Welcome back now to Sport News. Nigerian Super Eagles will face the Charters of Benin Republic in a 2025 African Cup Nations AFCON qualifiers on Thursday night at 8 p.m. The match will be played at the Felix Houphouët Boigny Stadium, Abidjan. Nigeria head to the game after being awarded 3 points and 3 goals in a ruling on October 26 by CAF's disciplinary committee for their abandoned game against Libya. Still on sport news, Arsenal winger Bukayo Saka and Chelsea's Cole Palmer are among 8 players to have pulled out of the England squad due to injuries. This means they will take no part in England UEFA Nation League fixtures this month. The Three Lions will take on Greece on Thursday and Republic of Ireland on Sunday. And that's your sport news on Africa Today. We move to the rest of the news after this break. Please stay with us. Welcome back. Now the rest of the news. The United States of America has offered a $25,000 reward for everyone who could provide it with information that could facilitate the arrest of a Nigerian, Olalekan Abimbola Olawusi, who is reportedly facing trial for the alleged murder of his child. In a statement credited to the Supervisory Department, U.S. Marshal Don Freeman, and obtained from the agency's website on Monday, Olawusi has also been named among the 15 most wanted fugitives in the U.S. Freeman noted that Olawusi, who lived in Rochette Island, U.S., was arraigned in 2 counts bordering on first-degree murder caused by inflicting bodily injury to a child and unlawful flight to avoid persecution. He added that the incident occurred on April 3, 2017, after police operatives and firefighters found a 3-month-old child and rescued him at the hospital, where it was discovered that the child had suffered injuries in 18 parts of his body. The discovery was said to have led to the arrest of Olawusi. And that's Africa Today. But before we go, here are the headlines again. We brought to you that President Tinubu backs 2-state solution in Gaza, demands end to Israeli aggression. We informed you that campaigning heat up in Senegal ahead of snap legislative election. We informed you also that opposition leader leads polls in Ghana's presidential election. And on sport, AFCON 2025, Nigerian Super Eagles 1 point away to secure ticket. Remember to visit us on Facebook at Hillstv Abuja, Instagram at Hillstv Abuja, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Hillstv. I am Wisdom Onisi. Thanks for watching.